Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we're looking at an auction by the auctioneers Rossini, based in Paris, France. And as with all of the French auctions, it's listed up here on the Interenchères website. So this is an auction for a mixture of things: old paintings, musical instruments, furniture, etc., etc. But we're just going to look at the musical instrument part, which is about, I think, just under 50 items. With these auctions, you can sign up and you can place kind of like pre-bids, but the actual auction itself, I believe, will be live on the 8th of April. So if you're interested in that, then register. As it says, the sale starts in 6 days because it's the 2nd of April today. So if you're interested, check that out. Check out the terms. Quick look at the fees. Looks like 27.6% buyer's premium. That's quite high. Some internet extra premium, so work that out before you place a bid, because that'll be on top of the hammer price. In general, just have a look at everything and explore. I don't know much about that auction house, but looking at some of the stuff they have for sale, it would strike me as quite a high-end auction house, at least in terms of art and furniture. So yeah, without further ado, let's have a look. You can see more details here. Let's have a look at the instruments they have. So a few lots in this auction, but we're just going to skip all this other stuff out. It looks very nice, but we are here to look at musical instruments, so the art will have to wait for another time. So let's start here. A Mirecourt violin, old French violin, second half of 19th century. Let's see what pictures we have. I like this way. 360mm back, instrument to be restored, broken ribs. This is probably why they have this interesting thing on. I mean, for Mirecourt violin, it looks kind of interesting. So good start. Another French violin, first half of 20th century. Mulegi Ivroncini Torino label, which is clearly not correct. 354 back, red varnish on yellow background, partly retouched on the table, good condition, with case and bow. No other pictures of that one. That's a shame. That would have been kind of interesting to look at. Estimate 350 to 380 euros. French made violin, 358 back, to be restored. Yep, good crack there. Pictures are a bit random so far. French violin, late 19th century, Didier Nicolas Ain, the label in any case. 360 long, with a case and contemporary study bow, but once again, no further pictures, so maybe you can information request that. So far not really great on the pictures, or it's a bit random. French viola, Mirecourt by Cognier Terrier, around 1978 to 82. Okay. Instrument in perfect condition for playing, but no pictures. It does look like it could be an interesting instrument. I'd quite like to look at the scroll a bit more, but sadly no pictures. French violin by Colin Mazin, 1925, by Jean Laveste. 2 labels and signature. 358 back. Yep, in a case with 2 bows, but once again, no real pictures. Violin by Amédée Dudouin, 1943. Guarneri model, good condition with case. Oh, there is another picture. Okay. Yep. It's very strange why some of these have a few pictures and some don't. It's just consistency, I think, is important. And look here, you got another one with 10 pictures. This is Amadeo de Donia, but Marty with case and bow. And there you see the bow. Very, very strange so far. Beautiful French violin by Jules Grandjean, made circa 1860 to 1880. Yet we won't give you any more pictures than this. 355 back, restorations on table with case and bow. Shame. JTL violin. Good condition, small break in the right F leg and lower right and left F tips missing, but we can't really see very well, I don't think. I think it's trying to say here there's a bit missing, but once again, photos are not on our side. French violin, Mircourt, Lebert Workshop. Nice French violin by Jean Levesque in Montluçon in 1936. Probably pronouncing all of that incorrectly. So you have like a violin here with an estimate of 1,200 to 2,000 euros, yet you have like a terrible photo. This is like the equivalent of Tennant's auction house in the UK. Really got to get better pictures, people. Another Mircourt violin, but the Magini model with the double purfling, and looks like the extra turn for whatever reason. Good general condition. Okay, looks like it's quite long back. Okay, and another French violin from Mircourt, beginning of the 20th century. Another Magini model. Another Mircourt violin, copy of Carlo Tononi. Okay, with case and bow. No other pictures. 3/4 Mircourt violin, and then this one has lots of photos, which is completely odd. I think the bow might be in a bit of trouble there. Look at the look at that. I think that is going slightly the wrong way there, the camber. Yeah. See these 3/4 violins that are obviously can be worth money as well, but these are just not really comparable to some of the other instruments, and why we have 10 pictures of these and 1 picture of some of the other ones. Not good. French violin, Mircourt, Lebert Workshop. So one time it'd be nice to look at some of these Mircourt violins, but obviously not going to happen. Belle Alta Française, made by Jean-Baptiste Pocot in Paris, vintage of 1885, 4.5 to 4,800 euros, and no pictures. You have to request it, so ridiculous, to be honest. It's got a Rampal certificate as well, so you know, I'm sure it's a fine violin, but don't count on any pictures. Beautiful violin bearing its label of Louis Nicolas Vicinaire, Lyon, 1871. Small table fractures with case. Yeah, it looks like that could be quite a nice instrument, but no decent pictures. Violin bearing the iron mark of Guillaume and a label for Bent Schiel 363 back. Various accidents, so it needs a bit of repair. Couple of pictures on that for some reason, where we could have had good pictures of the other ones. This is one of these ranting videos where I'm just like, why are the pictures so terrible? Nice German violin, 19th century, 2-piece back, maple, 353 back, restorations with case. Once again, looks kind of interesting. If we could see a few more pictures. German school violin, 19th century, handwritten inscription on the bottom, Jacobus Tener, and on 1755, as well as repaired by Jotrel Luthier and a repair label Claudot Dijon, 1911. 363 back, fairly large, irregular paws, maple head and sides, brown varnish, numerous accents with case and a Bazin school bow. I mean, this is potentially an interesting instrument if we could see a few more pictures. German school violin, 20th century, with the Klotz label, as many do. Yeah, not too exciting. German school violin, 20th century. Once again, not too exciting. German violin, about 1930. Stradivari to be restored. There's a few pictures, but I don't think there's anything too exciting about that. Eastern European violin, 19th century, two-piece, paperback. Restorations as is with case. Once again, it'd be nice to see a few more photos of that. Another Eastern European violin, 19th century, a label of Steiner. Okay. A bow. French violin bow. 1920-30, round stick and orange Pernambuco. So they don't even show you the head of the bow. Like, this is just absolutely... it's ridiculous. French violin bow by Charles Louis Bazin, circa 1920. 60 grams. Certificate from Mr. de Guen. I mean, as a minimum, you should see the head and the frog of a bow. It's like a bare minimum, unless it's like a bow that's with a violin in a cell. To literally have one picture of just the frog is just absolutely ridiculous. Like, especially in the pandemic where you're trying to sell stuff and a lot of people can't view stuff, it will be done online. Absolutely ridiculous. French violin bow by Bazin Workshop, around 1920. So let's see. It definitely needs a bit of work, for sure. 51 grams without hair. Violin bow, Charlotte Milliot, Pernambuco. We can see at least a picture of the head and the frog. There's no consistency at all in this, so it looks like this is the selected by one of the auction people for this auction. French violin bow by Joseph Alfred Lamy, circa 1890. It's got a certificate from Frank Daguin, 60.6 grams, 7 to 8,000 on the estimate. But I mean, what the hell is going on here? You don't even show a picture of the head of a bow that you're trying to sell for €8,000. Like, why would you have to ask for another picture in an auction with head? This just makes no sense. What absolutely junk. What a junk auction. Bow by Francois Lot, Pernambuco wood stick, ebony, faceplate mounted with nickel silver, 56 grams. There's just no consistency in pictures. It's just like they've all been sent in by a whole load of different people. Maybe that's what's happened. But like, to not show the head of a bow or not show the frog of a bow, ridiculous. French violin bow by Louis Morisot brothers, 58 grams. Let's go to that, 190. French violin bow by Morisot. Once again, all you do is get a picture of the frog. I'm glad that we're getting near the end of this auction because I've had enough of it, to be honest. It's absolutely just idiotic. French violin bow by Morisot. 63.9 grams, so you can see a couple of pictures. Lot 192, here we go. Once again, French violin bow made by Morrison, octagonal stick, Pernambuco, with a certificate, 61.5 grams, but only a picture of the frog. See some wear on the stick there, as it says, wear on the handle, great, but where's a picture of the head? So, another terrible listing. French violin bow by Emile Auchard, brown Pernambuco, 72.6 centimeters long, 60.8 grams, in good condition, silver trim. Well, at least we can see the head and the frog on that one, that's good. Next one, French violin bow by Maurice Sommy, which he bears the iron mark. Pernambuco octagonal, 66.8 grams, certificate from Daguerre. Interesting frog there. Some of these pictures are just horrible. Violin bow from Morrison School, made around 1950. Round stick in Pernambuco wood, ebony front mounted, weight 60.7 grams. Okay. Beautiful French cello by Jean Levesque in Montclair, 1930. Copy of Antonio Testore. It's labelled after my Antonio Testore. Size in head made of very fine woven maple. Good general condition. Comes with the case. 9 to 10,000. Another one that's selected by the people at the auction. Can we actually see any other pictures of this? No. Okay, so there's two pictures and they seem to both be exactly the same. Let's try that again, just in case they're going mad. So once again, a £10,000, potentially €10,000 cello, and you have one picture, so you have to like automatically ask for more pictures. Ridiculous. Mandolin with flat bottom, Gallas model, 1937. Yep, 2 items left and then we're finally free. Guillaume clarinet in rosewood and nickel silver with its case. Okay. Yep. And the last one, and then we don't have to see this auction anymore. Saxophone, East Germany, 1950 to 1970. There you go. Well, what can I say? Some interesting things in the auction, but the pictures are so terrible. You should not have to, in this day and age, in an online auction, ask for extra pictures of things. You know, it's actually ridiculous. Like, this is not like a junk auction like some of them, where you know you're going to get one picture at the stupidest angle that you can hardly see anything. Like, this is like a specialist sale, and it has a specialist section in musical instruments, and you're trying to sell some, like, there's some instruments here that are quite fine. You have one picture. Like, with the pandemic, people are going to be mainly online bidding. Like, are you mad? Like, why are you not having more pictures off straight away? It's absolutely crazy. I think if I had to pick something, you know, I think it'd possibly be this German school violin from the 19th century. I'd love to see more pictures of that, or potentially this violin by Louis Nicolas Visionnaire, French violin. Like, this could be interesting. There's some other interesting as well, but the pictures are so terrible. You shouldn't have to request more pictures. This is actually ridiculous. This has wound me up potentially more than the tenants auction, which was equally ridiculous. So what can I say? If you're interested in looking at this auction, then I'll put the link in the description. I'm extremely disappointed, and I really think that, like, auction houses, you need to really up your game. And if you're thinking of selling items, look at how auction houses sell stuff online. Like this kind of auction, it does not have your best interests at heart. If you are a seller, if you're trying to sell, you know, I'm not saying that these things won't sell. I'm sure people know what they're looking for, and this is probably an auction where they maybe get more trade from people in the auction room than online. But really, you need to look at this stuff and just think, really, is this the correct auction house for me? So, you know, I say, Rossini, you need to up your game. This is a terrible auction, not impressed at all. So hopefully if there's another one, it's going to be better than that. So anyway, thanks for watching. Rant over. Get better pictures, everyone, and see you next time. Ciao. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.